superb walking country and the perfect place to watch seabirds like gannets and shags. Writer and naturalist Roy Phillips has known the area all his life and was elected a Cornish bard for services to ornithology. It's a high honour in a county proud of its Celtic traditions. His favourite walk follows the cliffs from Carngloose to Porthmere Cove, then heads inland to the remains of Porthmere Tin Mine. From there, it's a steep climb up Carngalver with its views across the whole peninsula, before dropping back down to the mysterious ancient standing stones at Menantall. With him on the walk, which takes about 3 hours, is a fellow birdwatcher, Sally Hawkins.
I've been over this walk alone or with friends many, many times, and I never get tired of it. Every time you come out here, it's different. The sequence of flowers and the birds breeding. There's just so much here. There's wildlife, there's history, and you can come out here and really feel that you're part of an ongoing civilization which will be here long, long after I'm gone. It's almost spiritual to come out here, places like this.
So how far have we actually walked now?
About half a mile from Gurnard's Head over there. It's shaped like a fish, Gurnard, which has got a huge head and tapering away to a small, low tail. We'll stop and have a look at these birds here a minute. There's been a few things moving by today. I've noticed some shearwaters and gannets and things moving in fairly close because the strong wind is bringing them in on the coast. There's some shags nesting over there. Right. And that site, to my knowledge, has been used for something like 45 years. Almost every year they nest there, back to the same site. We'll go a little bit further along the coast and go around the next headland here, up into the cove. This is where we're right into the wind now, Sally. We start the descent down into the cove itself. It gets a bit steep just here, so mind where you're walking. Let's look at this thrift here. See, it grows on the bare rock. No earth, no nutrients, but the roots go down through the fissures here. See this? You must find sustenance down there somewhere. Yeah. Now, what do they call it? Thrift. Quite a swell building up in this wind, as you can see. Yes, look at it. See it riding over the rocks in the distance?
Isn't this known as the Wrecker's Coast?
Oh, well, yeah. Depends what you mean by wrecking. I mean, if a ship goes ashore, then there's no point in letting the sea have all the cargo, is there? But this nonsense about Cornishmen actually inducing ships to come ashore with lights tied on donkeys' tails and all that rubbish, there's no evidence for it at all. No, I mean, the men had their own brothers and fathers and sons out there. There's no way would they actually induce a wreck to come in. There's a lovely story about one of the local parsons who said, "We don't want you to send a wreck ashore, dear Lord, but if you're going to send a wreck ashore, please send ashore in our cove."
Yeah.
And some of the cargoes came from here. Well, just up the valley here, there's an old tin mine. Let's walk off and have a look, shall we? This is sea campion.
Sea campion.
Yes. You wouldn't think this little stream could provide such a source of energy for so many people, but up in the valley we'll see how the water wheels powered everything later on. And over here now we're beginning to get into the Celtic field systems. You see them? Some of those fields, the walls there are over 4,000 years old or more. They're the oldest artifacts made by man, which are actually still in use for the purposes they were built. Oh look, there's a buzzard, see?
Yeah.
They do well here now. After being persecuted for centuries, they're now protected.
And there are 50 pairs breeding in this area now, in Penwith. Just here we have the calciner, as it was called, one of the old tin workings where the tin was brought for treatment. All these ruined buildings here were, in fact, a very small cottage industry in a way. Well, that's come down now into this area where the tin was actually brought after being crushed. And then it was placed here in these round things which you see, which are called buddles. And there were brushes circling around, driven by the power from the water. And as they circled around, the light particles got washed away, leaving the heavy stuff, which was the basic tin ore. Yeah, and this is where the refined ore was actually burnt. There's a furnace in here which drove off the arsenic, among other impurities. Then they realized that the arsenic had a commercial value as an insecticide. And when the fires were put out, the men would be sent in there to scrape it off in buckets.
But surely it must have meant that they didn't actually live very long.
No, they didn't. Look at the graveyards in Pendine churchyard and see that most of them died in their 30s and 40s. Well, we're going up to Carngalver now. Up at the top is about a mile away. I hope you're feeling fit. It's a bit uneven underfoot just here, all these boulders, but believe me, it's worth it when we get to the top. There's a good super view up there of all the fields laid out in front of us like a map. And here we are. This is the summit. And you can see where we came from. Way over there, along the coastline, up the valley, along here and up the hill. And now we just need to go over the moors to finish the journey of the main and tall. This is one of the most famous of the antiquities in the whole Penwith Peninsula. It's a very intriguing setup of stones, really. No one knows much about it, of course. I mean, so many people come to visit it for curing rickets and various things, such as infertility. This is the latest thing. But I feel it's nice to come up and give something back to these stones.
Yes,
put your hands on them, instead of trying to take something away, which so many people do, to cure this or cure the other. But come and give something back to the land, which has given us so much in the past, over the thousands of years these stones have been here.
Yeah.